for tonight's 13th annual Subway Firecracker 250 is Kasey Kahne. He drives the number 5 Hellman Chevrolet tonight for JR Motorsports. Kasey, congratulations. This is your 8th win in this series. Your first win here at Daytona International Speedway. So he's joined by crew chief up there, Ernie Cope, second week in a row. We've seen Ernie. We saw him in Kentucky last week with Kevin Harvick behind the wheel. But Kasey, what's it like to win at Daytona? That's got to be a big thrill for you.
Yeah, it's feels really good. It was great to be in victory lane. It's been a while since I've been in any victory lane, let alone Daytona. We won a 150 here a long time ago, so it's it felt great. I had a really good Hellman Chevrolet throughout the race. It was just we were kind of trapped, and in order to get to the front, it's tough once you get racing because everybody just gets in a pack and you get tight and tight together, and there's really not a lot you can do that anyone can do. So it's we just kind of sat there throughout most of the race, and there at the end we were able to get the right push from 8th, get to the middle, pass a couple cars, and have a shot coming off turn 4. The last half of the lap, I had tons of momentum. Kind of the cars in front of me moved the right direction and kept giving us more momentum. And Ryan Sieg was, pushing and letting off and bumping and hitting me good and hard. And that was kind of the whole reason why we were able to win. So I felt really good about it. We also had lots of fuel. Ernie called a great race, to have the fuel in the car, at the end and be able to go after and not worry about anything. So it was, all around just a solid run for us.
And Ernie, just talk about the winning here tonight and just the momentum that this entire JR Motorsports organization has, and certainly the number 5 car, second week in a row it's visited victory lane.
Yeah, things are rolling right now, and hopefully keep it going. I mean, we come out of the gate good, and every week's been strong. And I wanted to win a race with Kasey, like really bad. We're both from the same area, Seattle, Washington area too. So that's a cool deal.
It is very, very neat. We'll take questions. We'll go Jenna and then to Stan. Go ahead.
Kasey, where were you on that final restart?
So I think I was 12th maybe, 12. And then they wrecked a couple cars, and I just went over here and avoided it, and then I was in 8th on the very last one, and restarted 8th.
And then how did you get from 8th to where you got?
So through the middle, there's a couple cars. I was able to get to the inside of a couple cars and kind of move them over there. And then just getting pushed and carrying the momentum all the way to the end. Like I said, everything went, the last lap, all the momentum was sitting in my favor for some reason. Everywhere I went, I just kept gaining speed. And so I knew I had a fast car the whole race. I had a fast car yesterday in practice. It was just, I was kind of trapped throughout the whole race and never got up to the front.
And I had headphones on when you came in here, so I apologize if you already addressed this. Was it your intent to go as wide as you did, or did Larson kind of force that?
Well, so I think Regan blocked Larson a little bit off turn 4, and I was already to Larson's probably right rear tire, so I just followed him. As he went up, I followed him, and I stayed on his door, and it just kept kind of, pushing me, giving me more momentum all the way to the line. And about the time I got beside him, Sieg hit me from behind and hit me hard, and it just another shot. So I just kept getting more momentum all the way to the line, and it was still a close finish, but felt like we had, we were passing at that point.
Stan
Creekmore with RPMtonight.com. Kasey, at what point from Thursday did you know that you would have an opportunity to win tonight if you were just in the right position? And Ernie, was this more stressful than last weekend?
No, last weekend was tough. This was all him. He pulled this out, and we're green white checker. I was thinking, boy, he can pull a top 5 out here. That'd be pretty impressive. And then going down the backstretch, like, wow, we're going to do a 1-2 JR finish, thinking Regan's going to win. Then I watched him come in the trial, and Big Mo was going on the outside. I was like, that was awesome to watch.
Yeah, I felt kind of trapped throughout most of the race, in about 13th to 15th, even further back. And I didn't really know where to go, and I would think to go there, and then I wouldn't, and then it looked like it would go, and then I would, and it wouldn't go. So I was just kind of wrong place, wrong time throughout the whole race. Didn't really make any good decisions. And then at the end of the race, restarting 8th and just being that a little bit closer to the front with everybody being able to hit harder. Problem with these cars, I think, is it's just tough at this track because it's narrower than Talladega. So Talladega, you can move around more, and for whatever reason, you can pass a little easier. I ran that race, and it was easier to pass. Here, this race and the February race were very similar, and you just try to side draft as hard as you can, and that makes it so tight that nobody can really move. You know, so it makes it tougher because of that. I don't know if there's a better way to do it. More spoiler. I always thought the more spoiler was better at Daytona. You know, it seemed like you could get bigger runs and the third lane would work at times. Right now it's just 2 lanes, so you know, I just felt trapped. But once we got up there and had good speed and the right guy behind me, and things worked out.
Other questions? Holly on the front row, please. And then Chris.
Holly Kane, NASCAR.com. Congratulations, Kasey. Dale just talked about that when he runs well on Saturday, he feels a little bit more pumped up on Sunday. Can you just talk about, I mean, it's not a bad thing to have a little bit of this heading into the race tomorrow.
No, it's not a bad thing at all. And this will carry. I mean, when you win, I haven't won in a while, so to win anything, you know, it feels good. When I first came into the series in 2002, I struggled to pick up stock cars. And I'd go and race my sprint car and could still win in sprint car races at that point in time. And I'd come back feeling like I could win. And at the time it was the Busch Series, you know, and I'd run 15th or 20th, but I still felt way better coming back into that race after running my sprint car. So I think any momentum's good momentum, you know, winning races and things. I look forward to tomorrow and then going to New Hampshire right after that. And, you know, we have a strong Cup team, and we keep getting better each week, kind of putting the full races together. So I think we're getting closer and closer to being where we want to be. And then I get to race with Ernie at Chicago in 2 weeks. I'm excited about that, too.
That's going to be fun.
Go ahead, Chris.
ChrisKnightCatchers.com. Kasey, Dale Jr. said he'd been watching Ryan Sieg all season long, and he's done a lot with Little. Have you kept an eye on Ryan, and did you know that he was pushing you that last lap?
I knew he was pushing me just because my spotter was telling me, you know, who was behind me. And he said before the race went green there with 2 to go, green, white, checkered, that, you know, Ryan said he was going wherever I went. So, you know, that makes you feel good when you know you have a trailer that's going to go. You can kind of go maybe the wrong place once in a while, but if you have a car pushing you, it'll end up being in the right place. So every kind of move I made worked out because he was there and pushing as hard as he was. So it was great to have him there. And, yeah, I've watched him, and he does a nice job for – you know, I think where he's at in the series. You know, it's tough to run with the junior teams and the Gibbs and Penske and Roush and Turner Motorsports, all those teams out there. So they're, you know, he does a good job with what they have, and if he keeps it up, he'll definitely get more opportunities. He's a good driver for sure.
Okay, Kasey and Ernie, congratulations on tonight's win, and best of luck the rest of the year. And Kasey, certainly good luck here tomorrow night.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.